Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Coffee Rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. Tonight we have another recall. This one involves Hormel's Dinty Moore beef stew cans, 20-ounce cans. And I wanted to get this out here as quick as I could because I know we have a lot of viewers on the channel that like to stock up on this particular item, especially when you find it on sale. So we're going to be reading from Food Safety News. Their headline is Hormel recalls more than 250,000 pounds of canned stew after consumer complaints. Now this is the Dinty Moore beef stew cans, the 20-ounce cans. Hormel Foods Corporation out of Tucker, Georgia is recalling 256,185 pounds of canned beef stew product that may be contaminated with foreign material, specifically wood, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service announced today, which was actually yesterday, May 28th. Today, in the recording of this, it is May 29th, Thursday, May 29th, 2025. The canned beef stew item was produced on February 4th, 2025, the following product is subject to recall. It is the 20-ounce metal cans containing, quote, Dinty Moore beef stew with best by date, best by February of 2028. And that's why a lot of people like stocking up on this particular item, because it has a pretty long best if used by date. It can last in the pantry for a while. Okay, so best by date, February of 2028, and lot code T as in Tom 02045. Again, the lot code is T as in Tom 02045, printed on the can. Now, the lot code may have an additional number at the end, but that is the number that you want to pay attention to. T as in Tom 02045, with the best if used by date of February 2028, so about 3 years. The product subject to recall has the establishment number 199G as in girl. Establishment number 199G as in girl printed on the can. The stew was shipped to retail locations nationwide, so they're everywhere. They're all over the nation. The problem was discovered after the establishment notified the FSIS that they had received 3 consumer complaints reporting pieces of wood in the beef stew product. There have been no confirmed reports of injury due to the consumption of this product. Anyone concerned about an injury should contact a healthcare provider. FSIS is concerned that some product may be in consumers' pantries. Consumers who have purchased this product are urged not to consume it. This product should be thrown away or returned to the place of purchase. Return it to the place of purchase. Get your money back. They have to pay you back, right? We don't want them just making money and never having to pay for this mistake. Consumers with questions about the recall can contact Hormel Foods Corporation at 1-800-523-4635 or online at media@hormel.com. So media@hormel.com. And, you know, this one, and along with many others, anytime, on the channel here, if you're new to the channel, we cover a lot of different grocery prices, ways to save money in grocery stores, how to tackle digital coupons, how to save money in a world where that is getting harder and harder to do. Well, it makes it even harder when there's a product out here where there's 250-something thousand pounds of it being on recall. And what I didn't like most about this is that this is an item that we get a lot of comments on for me to check to see, if there's ever a sale on it, to make sure that we bring it up, because there are a lot of people who stock up on these items. Now, I know some of you out there are going to say, well, you can your own food, do Dinty, a lot of people complain about Dinty Moore. Hey, you know what? It's a meal, and it can be a cheap meal. And That's why we cover these. Now, they are the 20-ounce cans, so they're like the bigger, flatter cans. You know, they're not the small 15-ounce cans, and they're not the ginormous ones. They're the one in between. I don't know if a lot of people stock up on those. Not really too sure. The ones they sell at Sam's Club, I do believe, are the 15-ounce cans. So you may not have to. I would still keep an eye on this nonetheless, because, yeah, it's, you know, these recalls just keep happening, guys. They keep happening. And we found several items over the last year or so, with foreign materials in the products. Get your money back, right? They only win. I mean, they're basically making the same money, you know, if they don't have to pay you back, right? That means they win. And the thing is that you want to get your money back anyway, because I understand. I understand some of you are sitting there, well, it's just not worth me going back to the store. Maybe you don't have any transportation. Just hold on to it until you have a chance to take it back. Maybe call the store. Maybe they'll give you a credit for something. But I hear so many stories of people that say, well, no, I'm just going to throw it away. Well, then they just made money for that, and they're probably getting the recall cut back on it anyway. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure there's something in there that they get on top of already getting away with not paying the money back. So you want to make sure you get your money back, so that in the future, maybe they don't make mistakes like this again. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.